just, final comment. I entered into this race thinking it was going to be, thinking it was my responsibility. I couldn't say no to that, but believe me, I wasn't looking forward to it. Having run several races at the state and local level, knowing what it's like to be a third-party candidate at a time of great, bitter, vicious divides. But the very first event I went to, which was at the Western Illinois University, a young woman had called me up saying, "We're having a mock election, and we do this every 4 years. The press pays attention because we predict the outcome of the election. We are, at the crossroads of east, west, north, south, urban, and rural, so we actually predict the outcome. I'm your campaign manager, and you need to come." So I said, "Yes, ma'am. That's why we're here, so that students and other, neglected voices can have a voice in this race. So yes, of course, we're not only going to come, but we're going to launch our campaign trail from Western Illinois University." So I went there and I had 6 minutes to explain why these students who had never voted green or progressive or independent or lefty before, why they should vote green now. And in 6 minutes, I basically went through that agenda that I just rattled through. And they had an electoral college that night, and they had a map of the United States where they would color in states as the electoral college vote came through, dictated by the popular vote. And all they had was red and blue to color in the states. So I got the sense that something was up when they were having to leave states blank because they didn't have green, and we were actually winning some states. And I thought, wow, that's pretty amazing. So at the end of the evening, it turned out we had won. We went from 3% to 27% in 6 minutes. And that's what it's been like throughout this campaign. Most recently, I did a piece on National Public Radio in Oregon, and I just have to describe this as the bookend to that first launching the campaign. I had 3 minutes to sort of run through what the campaign was about, and then they opened the phones. And the first caller said, "I'm a lifelong Democrat. I've always voted Democrat, and it's so good to finally hear the Democratic agenda in this race." And then he said, "So I want you to know I'm voting for you." At that point, the host to the radio show jumped in, and he said, "But wait a minute, you told the screener, I see it here on my computer, you told the screener you were gonna say that she was stealing votes from Obama." And he says, "Well, that's what I was going to say until I heard what she had to say, and boy, did she win my vote."